Now, in this session, we are going to see the demonstration of experiment 1, spring constant in series and parallel combination. The aim of the experiment is determination of the spring constant in series and parallel combination. Apparatus is 2 springs, weight hanger with weights, stand to hold the spring and meter scale. Formula, Hooke's law. We know that Hooke's law F is equal to minus Kx, where F is the force acting downwards and X is the extension produced in the spring and K is the spring constant. Now in series combination, the effective spring constant or equivalent spring constant 1 by K equivalent is equal to 1 by K1 plus 1 by K2. And in parallel combination, K equivalent is K1 and K1 plus K2. So what is K1 and K2 here? K1 is the spring constant for the spring 1 and K2 is the spring constant for the spring 2. So in this experiment, we are going to see the theoretical value and the practical values of the spring constant with two different springs, and we ensure that experimentally and theoretical values both are the same. Now the diagram over here, you can see the diagram, 3 diagrams of the springs. First one shows individual spring when one end of the spring is fixed and the other end is loaded with load, and there will be an extension produced. X is the extension produced. You can measure with the meter scale. In the second diagram, that is the middle figure, you have seen the springs are connected in series, that is one below the other. It is a series combination, and keep on adding the loads to the other end and measure the displacement. You can calculate the spring constant. And the rightmost figure shows that two springs are connected in parallel and keep on adding the loads, measure the effective extension, tabulate the readings. So the series combination diagram and parallel combination of the diagram has been clearly shown in the diagram. Now what is the procedure? Fix the given spring to a rigid support on a stand. Add slotted weight at the other end. Note down the displacement using the meter scale. Increase the weights in steps of 50 grams and tabulate the readings to calculate the spring constant. Similarly, find the spring constant for the spring 2 using the same procedure. Connect the two springs in series, repeat the same process and calculate the effective spring constant. Next, connect the two springs in parallel, repeat the same process and calculate the spring constant. Equate the experimental results with the theoretical results. Now you can see the springs here, the tabular column, serial number 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on, mass M in kgs, displacement X is in meters and displacement corresponding to 50 grams. Now for the spring 1, fix the spring 1 to the stand, keep on loading the other end of the spring with 50 grams and measure the displacement, note it down. Similarly, increase the weight to the weight hanger by 15 steps of 50 grams and it becomes 100 grams in the second. So the displacement for 100 grams is been measured here with the meter scale, and you can fill the tabular column here, displacement X in meters. So next is serial number 3 is 0.150, that is 150 grams. If you measure in kgs, it becomes 0.150. Measure the displacement. Similarly, increase the weight to 50 more grams, it becomes 200 grams, it becomes 0.20 and note down the corresponding displacement. So you have tabulated the readings for the displacement in meters. Corresponding displacement to 50 grams can be noted down, that is difference in the displacements of 50 grams and 100 grams will be taken as displacement corresponding to 50 grams. So you get the average value of displacement corresponding to 50 grams. Using the formula F1 is equal to K1x or K1 is equal to F1 by X1, K is equal to, we have taken the displacement corresponding to 50 grams. So K1 is equal to 0.015 into 9.8 divided by x1. x1 is the average value of x1. Substitute and get the value of K1. The same procedure has been repeated in calculating the spring constant K2 by using the spring 2 Repeat the same steps of increasing mass weights attached to the spring in terms of 50 grams and note down the corresponding displacement in meters. Calculate the displacement corresponding to 50 grams and calculate the value of K2. So you are getting K1 and K2, which are nothing but the spring constant for the spring S1 and the spring constant for the spring S2. K1 and K2 are the spring constant for spring 1 and 2. Now using the same springs, you connect the two springs in series as shown in the diagram before and note down the corresponding displacement by adding the weights of 50 grams each. The same tabular column, keep on increasing. The springs should be connected in series. Attach the load in steps of 50 grams. Note down the corresponding displacement and calculate the displacement corresponding to 50 grams. Similarly, Kx is equal, that is effective spring constant Ks is equal to 0.05 into 9.8 divided by S in Xs, that is average displacement in series. Calculate Ks, that is effective spring constant in series combination when the two springs are connected in series. And theoretical value Ks is given by, we know the formula for Ks as K1 K2 by K1 plus K2, which is theoretically this is a formula. We got the values of K1 and K2 for the two springs. So substitute K1 and K2 and in this equation Ks theory and get the value. Both experimental Ks and theoretical Ks will be approximately the same. The same process is repeated for the springs in parallel. Only thing is the springs are connected in parallel as shown in the figure below. So two springs are connected in parallel. Keep on increasing the loads of 50 grams and measure the corresponding displacement. Calculate the displacement corresponding to 50 grams and calculate Kp, that is effective spring constant when the two springs are connected in parallel, and calculate the value of Kp. And theoretically, we know the formula as Kp is equal to K1 plus K2. We know the value of K1 and K2. Substitute the values of K1 and K2 of the springs S1 and S2 and get the theoretical value. Here Kp experimental and Kp theoretical both will be approximately the same. So the result we can write it as the spring constant for a given material springs are K1 is equal to dash Newton per meter and K2 is equal to dash Newton per meter. The spring constant for series combination Ks from the experimental value dash Newton and Ks from the theory is dash Newton. Similarly, for the parallel combination, the spring constant Kp from the experimental value is dash Newton per meter and Kp for theory is dash Newton per meter. Now, for the demonstration of the experiment, click the link below. It will go to the YouTube where the demonstration has been clearly shown using the apparatus. Thank you.